Today marks 5 years since Papi left us, but is also what would have been his 66th birthday. Papi would always tell us that the day he wasn't here, he didn't want us to be sad. He wanted it to be a celebration. Papi was a very special person. I don't say that just because he was my dad. And when someone brings so much good to this earth, they deserve to be celebrated. So to honor his wishes, that's exactly what we try to do. Celebrate him. This year we decided to do something special and compiled a bunch of memories along with messages from family and friends. So this is for you, Papi. Feliz cumpleaños, te queremos mucho, and we miss you every single day. Papi was born in Ecuador, one of 9 siblings. He was very well known for being the entertainer of the family. His sisters saying that he would put on shows in the room for the family as a kid, which he continued to do when he had developed a family of his own. A man who worked 7 days a week but still managed to make time for his family. The ultimate girl dad of 3, learned how to do our hair, had incredible patience to take his girls shopping, and was also a great friend who always lended a helping hand no matter what.
¿Cómo olvidar a alguien tan querido y amado, no solo por su familia, por todo el mundo? Se ganó el amor de muchas personas por su manera de ser. Su personalidad era única, cariñoso con todos. Conmigo no era cariñoso, era meloso. Como le decía yo, empalagas. Pero ¿cuánto daría yo por tener ese empalago otra vez? Era chistoso y su sonrisa inigualable. Se le escondían sus ojitos cuando se reía. Parecía chinito, extraño hasta lo más mínimo de sus cosas. Son tantas memorias y cosas que uno nunca olvida, siempre lo tiene en la mente, como los viernes, eran especiales para nosotros. Siempre nos tomábamos un vinito y veíamos una película, o a veces hacíamos planes para el futuro o lo que haríamos cuando nos retiráramos. Siempre soñábamos con eso. Aprendí muchas cosas con él, como el de perdonar y olvidar cuando había un disgusto, ya que yo era muy rencorosa. Él se enojaba y al ratico venía y empezaba a darme besos, como si nada hubiera pasado. Y yo le decía, mira nunca dejó de darme el beso de buenas noches y de buenos días. Él tenía muchas, pero muchas cosas buenas, y si Dios le diera segundas oportunidades a las personas, yo lo elegiría otra vez. Siempre lo voy a amar hasta mi último suspiro, y espero que Dios me permita reencontrarnos otra vez.
My brother was older than me, so he has been a part of me for now 55 years. These are the things that I remember most about him. He was always smiling. Even when he was telling me about some hardship, his stories were always told with squinting, smiling eyes. He was kind and thoughtful, except for when it came to milk. When we lived in Ecuador, he was tasked with having to go get milk from the milk truck or store, and he would drink most of the family allowance for milk before he got home. He loved his milk and would get in trouble for drinking it before he got back. I was maybe 4 at the time, but thought it was funny even then. When I was older, he used to take my friends and I on this road that had hills on it because his Audi was fast and it felt like a carnival ride. Mostly, I remember how joyous he was, no matter what hardship he was going through. He was one of a kind. From your sister, Karen.
So it took me some time to be able to write something about our brother. It made me sad to think about him as a memory. He was in our lives for all of our lives. He taught us how to dance, and he always took us with him to the clubs. I used to wait up for him on the weekends and talk to him until 2 or 3 in the morning. I used to look forward to those nights. He was so patient with all of us, even when we took over his bed or just stopped by unannounced. Through the years, we, the sisters, fought to dance with him. He would try to dance with all of us at the same time. That memory put a smile on my face. He was loved by all of us. Thanks for doing this and asking us for our memories. From Carla.
I've been thinking of my favorite memories with my brother. There are so many that I cannot choose. I spent 56 years of my life being his sister, and nothing, nor time nor distance can break that bond. He showed me how to find happiness in togetherness, love, and music. Losing him without being able to say goodbye has been the hardest loss of my life. I will forever remember his smile and sense of humor, even at the hardest of times. I miss him so much, and nothing in our family has been the same since his departure. Love him always. From Nellie.
Only happy memories come to mind when I think of Papi. there are too many favorites to count. He was the best girl dad, and no matter how busy he could be with work, he always made time for his girls and bonded with each of us in different ways. One of our things was watching The Voice together. Sometimes if it was on and he had to work late, he would watch it in his office while I watched it in the living room, and we would text each other after each performance. We both shared that same love for music, and not just for salsa, which of course is what he was known for, and also my favorite music to dance to with him, but he also liked his reggaeton, his hip-hop and R&B. He was always up to date with the latest trends in music and would listen to the songs we listened to, knew the names of all the artists too. And of course, he knew the latest celebrity chisme. That was another one of our things. We would text each other during the day or call each other on our way home from work almost every day just to gossip about whatever latest celebrity news there was or who was beefing with who. He was really the definition of a cool dad. I could talk to him about anything. I could never stop bragging about the amazing dad I was blessed to have. I miss my partner in crime every day. Te quiero mucho, papi. Siempre te llevaré en mi corazón.
Picking one memory is hard, so I'm going to give you one from my childhood and one as an adult. I remember I was about 7 years old. Mommy was away for the weekend working, so Papi decided he wanted to take us out, so we decided on the theaters. I remember that morning him doing our hair with the little monitos. He really tried. It looked nice. And then we get to the movie theater, watch Tomb Raider, and it wasn't working. There was some kind of malfunction, so it was canceled. And then I remember Papi trying so hard to find a movie theater. Granted, there was no Google back then. And eventually we did find a place, and we had a good time. We really tried to make it a good day, and it was a good day. And then as an adult, I'll remember there was a weekend that Mommy went on vacation with Steph and Karen, and I was in grad school, so I couldn't go. That weekend I decided to go out, and my dad said, let me know if you need a ride, which he always did, because that's just, and it was more like in a caring manner. It wasn't, trying to be annoying or anything. He just cared. And lo and behold, I did message him for a ride home, and it wasn't just for me, it was for me and my friends. So he picked us all up. I remember the ride home, we were just all singing and it was just laughing. My dad he was just laughing at us basically. And then we just had this huge sleepover at home. And then the next morning, he made us all breakfast, which was really nice. And then later that night, we were all gathered watching Walking Dead, my friends and my dad included, and we just sat there and had a glass of wine. And it's just really nice to remember that, because that's just the kind of dad he was. I didn't mind having him around with my friends, because he was just a cool guy like that. It's just very comfortable to be around.
There are countless special memories with Papi I could talk about. Our family nights out, dancing at Don Coqui. Our family nights in, eating dinner and watching our shows together on the couch, his silly dad jokes and impersonations. Our family parties, our vacations together. One of my most memorable vacations was our last one in St. Lucia, just Papi and his girls. We did fun excursions or enjoyed the pool during the day and then danced every night. It wasn't a party hotel or anything, but there was a DJ that would play our music all night long because we'd be the only ones dancing. That's the thing about Papi. As long as there was good music, he could dance on an empty dance floor all night long and be in his element. He could be exhausted or have a bad back, but once his music played, all of that was gone. It's funny because I'm the same way. Music and dancing was a big part of our upbringing. When he first left, it took me about a year before I could listen to salsa again, but I'm glad I can listen to his music and smile now because it brings me back nice memories of him dancing, doing silly moves, smiling, and laughing. It's how I will always remember him.
So what was my favorite memory? I gotta say, whenever my uncle would come over, so he would text me and he would call or text my mom and be like, oh, I'm coming over, I'm like from work. And every time he did that, it was just kind of like one of those things. I was like, all right, great. Like, I'm just gonna go make some coffee for him, get a pot ready. And there was never a moment where I was tired of it. I was always like just happy to do it because he was just coming over, popping by, say hi. And there's things that you do repetitively and you just kind of get tired of it, but never that. And kind of miss doing it. So yeah.
Mi nombre es Paulina Espinal. Quiero contarle algo de una familia muy hermosa que conocí a través de un trabajo. Llegué a trabajar donde esa familia, donde me trataron muy bien. Nunca vi una mala cara. Siempre me trataron muy bien, pero un día llegó lo inesperado. El esposo de mi amiga se enfermó y partió de este mundo, lo cual me dejó mi corazón partido en 1000 pedazos. Era un excelente esposo, un excelente padre, maravilloso. Creo que si en la tierra existen ángeles, él era uno.
Bueno, la idea era hablar de un recuerdo agradable con Carlos, pero me parece mejor hablar de la persona como tal, de la gran persona, del gran padre, el excelente esposo que estaba siempre muy pendiente de su señora, de sus hijas, que trabajó duro por ellas y con juicio para tratar de darles una mejor vida, un mejor estudio, capacitarlas para el futuro. Una excelente persona, Carlos, una persona alegre, buen bailarín, tremendo amigo. Momentos buenos se pasaron, sí, pero hablar de la persona que era él en vida, yo creo que es mejor. Amigo mío, donde quiera que estés, te doy un abrazo.
I love how your dad would always get up and dance to romance your mom and make her feel beautiful. He was the best at expressing himself without embarrassment, and I admired that about him. From Brian.
When I think of Mr. Bravo, I think of family. Yeah, like you guys, I feel like when I was like 18, you guys were just so welcoming, and your dad was so welcoming. So everything that insinuates family is kind of is what I think about when I think of him.
Siempre recordaré todas las veces que fui a la playa con los Bravos y Carlos siempre era el alma de la fiesta, tocando su música y bailando. Siempre fue amable y cariñoso con todos. Además, siempre lograba calmar a Polly cuando gritaba. Nunca olvidaré todas las veces que tomamos capuchinos, comimos comida Bravo con todos y vimos películas. Feliz cumpleaños, Carlos. From Sebastian.
My favorite memory has to be when we was in school, NYT, and he pulled up on us, and he's just laughing. He's like, "When are you coming back to the house, Mike? When are you coming back to the house? Don't worry, we got space for you." He's always been one of our favorites, my favorites at least, and I always miss him. Thank you for the family that's held me down since I met y'all, and thank you, Papi, for always being so accepting, and it's not the same without you, so thank you.
Being that I spent the majority of my 20s at the Bravo house, I have too many memories to count in which Carlos made an impact. The one thing I know is that he always found a way to turn a regular night into something fun and memorable. I will never forget going to the house and having him offer me a drink or just sitting there watching a show with us. His laugh was infectious, and even if I didn't understand what was going on sometimes, since my Spanish is 0 to none, I remember just laughing because he would laugh. I know that he is up there smiling on all his kids because he was a father to not only his daughters, but to all of their friends, including me. From Alyssa.
But I just wanted to say, we miss you so much, Mr. Bravo. Always remember you. I think some of the best memories, obviously, besides the salsa dancing and the New Year's annual party with the aguardiente shots. I think my best memory of you, Carlos Bravo, is when you guys kicked our butts that first time we met up at Cedar playing soccer in our jerseys and whatnot. And I'm like, wow, this guy can really freaking play, man. I'm like, he reminds me of like my Ecuadorian side of the family. It really brings that out of us, so it's nice having that, not just the Colombian side, remember that, girls. It's the Ecuadorian side in you too. Just want to say we miss you, Mr. Bravo, and rest in peace. And, we'll never forget you. And then say hi to Bob up there for me, okay? All right. Love you guys. Later.
Dear Carlos, I cannot believe it's been 5 years since I've last seen you and your infectious smile or heard your laugh. Your presence has been missed. I've always admired the kind of man you were, a loving father and a devoted husband. Every memory I have of you is filled with so much love. The way you embraced me as one of your own has always held a special place in my heart. One of my fondest memories I share with you is from New Year's Eve. That year will always be special for me because on that day I got to experience how smooth you were on the dance floor. The joy in your face when one of your favorite songs came on, you got up, started moving to the beat, and you put your hand out for me to be your dance partner. You could sense the fear in my eyes, but you smiled at me and I caved. You guided me across the room and my fear melted. I felt safe with you leading the way. I would love to dance with you one more time. I love you and I miss you tremendously. From Cassandra.
I didn't spend as much time with Carlos as I could have, but in the times I did go over the Bravo's residence, I always remember Carlos being so relaxed. He truly had a tranquil spirit and a calming aura about him whenever I would speak with him. While everyone would get excited about this and that, Carlos always saw the big picture and knew the importance of life, which is being around his family and the people he loved. This world would be a lot better with just a few more people like Carlos. I always remember him laughing or smiling, just genuinely happy, living in the moment. Words cannot express the love I know he had for his wife and daughters. I know he loved them more than anything in this world, and his actions showed it. May God continue to be with them while Carlos watches them from above. From Phil.
Mientras uno está vivo, uno debe amar lo más que pueda.
Thank you for being the father, husband, friend, and human that you were. Thank you for teaching us to smile and celebrate even when things aren't going right. Thank you for showing us how important family is and instilling those values in us. Gracias por tu paciencia y tu amor. Gracias por darnos el amor más grande que una niña pueda tener, el amor de un padre. And thank you for consistently watching over all of us. We love and miss you every single day. Happy birthday, Papi.